welcome back everybody. Lovely to be here. So I thought I'd come on and I'll show you what I've been doing, and it's been great looking at what some of the things that you've been doing as well in the Facebook group. That's really nice. Keep that up, keep sending your paintings in. I thought I'd show you, look, I finished the little concertina book. Look at that. Great fun. Excuse me. So this was the pocket one, wasn't it? Can you remember? So all those drawings that I was doing, I was just popping them in. And then I started drawing around them and experimenting. Wasn't very happy with this bit here. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a coughing fit for some reason. So this one, I was trying out different things. But that's what sketchbooks are for, remember? I did it. I liked what I drew, but then I tried to do it in a crayon. Beautiful crayons, Prismacolor. I got a lot left over from doing pet portraits and things, and they're very expensive, very soft and very buttery, beautiful to work with. But I didn't like how it had come out on here. I liked the effect that I got from it because it was done on top of gesso, believe it or not, and then it was cut out afterwards and then popped into the book. And then and I tried it on a little bit of there as well. Again, didn't like that effect. I wanted to go much paler, so I carried on with watercolor paint and just moved on. So made sure that I did a lot of things that was coming up close and some things that was smaller that was going back to give you the illusion, giving you some more depth there. This page was one of my favourite ones here. This was all cogs and all sorts, and then I popped a little car in up there, mechanical car. Couldn't possibly work because he's anchored down there, look, and they're going through, the chain is going through the gears, so it's holding it in place. And that one's attached to a books on wheels, so it can't go anywhere, but it's just hovering there. So again, great fun, great use of your imagination, and that's what it's all about. Drawing and using your imagination, that's what I'm enjoying. And a nice chest of drawers there, like I said to you. I really liked that. Well, just a little side cabinet. And an old-fashioned clock on there. My grandma had a clock like that on her hearth. So, yeah. And then, of course, there was like a shrimp cum prawn who was riding like a quad machine bike. And then some more machinery and things in the background. But when it all opened out, it was super duper. Because these are the pocket concertinas, they're not very big, and they're really nice to use. And then, of course, I've got the opposite side to do if I want to. And then I've done some, this is another prawn. He's on like a trike bike, look. And starting off with some more machinery here, practicing my clocks still, and it's a good way of practicing things. I was doing a little bit of a tree exercise there the other day as well, and the chicken, just having a bit of fun in my Moleskine book. I thought I'd tell you about Moleskine books. I've told you about them before, but I thought I'd go over them again. The most gorgeous books ever. They really are. They have the rubber band that comes round over the top. Can go a bit baggy, but they can on any. It depends on how you know how rough you are with them. But the quality of the book itself, it feels nice. And when you've got your marker ribbon that you can pull down, and then obviously in the back of your book here you have a pocket, an expandable pocket, which is wonderful. And you get, I'm not advertising this book, by the way, but I just thought I'd tell you how nice they are because I love them. I'm going to order another one and have it just for my drawings, because this is a bit of a mixture book because I have not been out for a while, painting plein air. So, but it comes like with an instruction thingy in the back. but you can put in there, it expands out quite well. If you was out doing plein air, it would be brilliant, because the thing about these books is they open out and they kind of stay nice and flat for you to work on. You know, you'd only need like one little clip on there, and the book is nice and flat. Once you've folded those pages down, it really holds nice and flat. It's lovely. But I've got too many other things in here that I didn't really like that much. You know, there were just things that I'd done in the past. But then, you know, as times change and we move on, and, you know, I would rather keep this book for that. But so I'm getting another one. You can order them on Amazon. In comparison to other sketchbooks, they can be quite expensive, but they're worth every single penny. And the paper, it's a smooth paper, but it's quite thick, and it just feels beautiful when you're working on it. For watercolour, it's okay. It does buckle a tiny bit, but nothing that you can't handle. You know, you can see it's not too bad at all. I mean, on this page here, I used a lot of paint, and it's not too bad, actually, not too bad at all. You can see, look, it's quite nice and flat. And then, of course, you can put your marker in like that and close it and then fasten it. Yeah, so it's really nice for that. Two of my most favourite things, so a Moleskine book and little pocket concertina books. But I'm pleased that I finished this, but I'm going to continue this for a while, because it's quite a nice thing to do. Another thing is that you can just turn them like 2 pages at a time, like this. This is quite nice. It just feels like a normal book then. So if you were working out on plein air with these, you can just work like that. It's solid on the back, look, and you can just sit and you can work with that on there like that. So I had a go at bringing in some colour on a larger piece, an older piece that I'd already done. Quite like that, quite like it. I wouldn't bring it in on my big one, because I'm going to take that to be framed. I'm just going to put that up on the wall somewhere, because it's just a nice drawing that I enjoyed. It took me so long to do, you know. So yes, I just thought I'd come on and just show you some of the bits and bobs that I've been doing. I quite like the idea, like I say, of filling a sketchbook just full of little quirky drawings like this, so that it's getting some characters together. This little prawn here, he seems to be getting more and more like a prawn every day rather than a fish. Whereas he started out, the first fish, this is how you develop your characters, you see. Started out, the very first one that I did was just this, was a fish on wheels there, look. Why not? I'll tell you how I came across the idea was the fact that my daughter, we was cleaning out, we were talking about her fish. She's got it in a small tank, a goldfish, and it's grown. And she's called in Captain Jack Sparrow. And she's always concerned about this little fish, and rightly so. So we were talking about expanding the tank in different ways and things like that. So that night, I must have gone to bed with the fish on my mind, with Captain Jack Sparrow on my mind, and gone to bed, gone to sleep, didn't think anything of it. And there we have it. The next day when I'm drawing, a fish comes out, and then it's like, well, why can't a fish be on wheels? Or why can't a fish be doing some things, you know? So I made him a little bit more, and like you would normally have mud guards on top of wheels, so of course I put them underneath. So you have to do things that you feel. And then here, look, I thought, well, why can't a fish have arms and legs? So here, look, he's carrying a spanner in one hand, and he's got a handbag in another hand, and then he's on roller skates. Why not? Why can't we have a flying cup? Why can't we? You know, with bath water in there and somebody driving it. We can do that. If we use all our imagination and creating machinery and all sorts of things. These are gears. These are proper gears here and here. No, these are pistons. These are gears. I've said it the wrong way around. It's because I'm pointing to them back to front in here, and it's not easy. And then, you know, like I said to you, look, there's a book there, 2 books there, look, they're on wheels. And then there was a little birdhouse, but I changed it into a cuckoo clock. And then there's a car at the top with a quirky flat top. Can you remember the flat top haircuts that was in there for a long time? But it's on springs and it's got shoes on the bottom and a telescope that can go up and down. So it's just having fun. It's just having fun. Have a go. Yes, this was another one, as I said, that I was telling you about. It's quite a nice one that could be... I could fill a room full of furniture and things, but I go off onto, my imagination goes off too much, you see. As soon as I'd drawn that and thought of a more traditional room, I ended up at the side of it putting some wheels, and you know, they're going round and they're connected and things like that. And it's like, why did I do that? Well, the answer is, why not? So it's all just fun. I mean, a random chicken. Why? Why did I draw a chicken? Because I'm practicing my drawing, and I'm practicing memory muscle in my, you know, and the drawing muscle that's in my head and things. And when I look back in this sketchbook, and we've done these videos, I've shown you before. When we're looking back in this one, this was done out on plein air, wasn't it? This was the gates and everything that I drew from the car and then brought it back and painted in the studio. And a nice little quirky house. I like how I've done that. I like the style of it. Didn't like this. Don't always like things that you do. Went over that. But that was a drawing that I wasn't over thrilled with, but I can re-alter that and go back. This was done on a black background and drawn it with white. You know, just with a white gel pen. Another idea. I'm trying to give you all ideas. This was one that I drew. Quite a nice drawing there. I might add a little bit of watercolour to that. It's nice. I like how the gate, it's not a gate, it's a, I don't know, I'm not sure. It's just like a bit of a broken down fence, like a pallet. I couldn't think of the name. A pallet, like that's broken down in the fence. So yeah, they're nice things to do, aren't they? And just to have a go. And then, I mean, and these are all watercolour. This was a garden shed, and this was the side of a church. You know, so I just picked a bit out. I didn't want to do the whole church. I don't get good enough views to take the photos of a church because of the main road. And then across the main road from where I live, there are some like private bungalows and believe it or not, a big tip. So cars are always queuing along there. So it's not even as though you can sit across the road and do the church. So I went up to the church, took photographs of down the side of the church here, and just pulled that bit out and then had a go. Yeah, so that was that page. I'm just showing you just bits of random things that I've been doing. That was one that I did a year ago, that one was. So I'm quite annoyed that I've not been filling this book, and I should have done. So that's what I intend to do, is to start and fill the books. Although I'm buying another book that's going to be for my quirky drawings, this one, I want to continue with this one of just doing what I'm doing. So that was a made up, like a witchy house in the woods. And then churches, again, that similar view of that church from the side look. And then this was a photograph of a like a tower from a church as well. And then I just abstracted that, and that's my favourite way of drawing and painting, is to do a drawing and kind of abstract it in some way. Makes it all fun. You know, you don't have to just stick to doing one thing. You can just move around. Got bored one day, so I did my paint palette. Look, that was that farm and the broken down tractor, if you remember. And they're just things that I've seen, you know. That was a quirky house and a phone box and a lane there. We have the phone boxes that we have now they've all been, obviously these phones now have all been disconnected and things, but where I live in Derbyshire now, phone books, there's a lot, and a lot of them are used for books. So you can go to a village at Coxbench, not far from where I am, and you can, if you have a certain, you get given a certain code or a key, and you can get in and you can pick a book, and you can replace a book with a book of your own that you want to put in there. So that's quite a nice thing, and that's been going on for a lot of years around here. And some more quirky houses. Yeah, quirky houses, haunted looking houses, and things like that. Yeah, and that was that's a bit of a derelict building, and so I've been past this since, and it's all been done up and it looks beautiful now. It's like a proper garage and looks really smart. That was a pub. So yeah, and if you do get one of these Moleskine books as well, it's nice. Look, you can put your name in. There's a bit where you can put your name in. It says, in case of loss, please return to Susan Priest. And you can even set a reward in there if it's lost. So for the return, so what you can do is put in some kind of a contact, whether it be an email address or whatever, and if you've left your book in the cafe or you've lost your book and it's returned to you, even if it was just £10, it's the incentive, if a child found it, to take it to mum and say, Mum, I found this book, and she'll say, oh, let's have a look, and they look, and the little reward, and say, right, we'll do that, and then that person, they can get their book back, and you can give the money to the child or to the adult who's found it, because the hours of work that you put into these books and concertina books and things like that, it's hours and hours, and I don't want to sell mine. I want to just keep them. I just keep them in a rack on the back of my I've got a shelf full, not as many as what I've got as what you think I would have with the amount of sketchbook work that I do, but it's nice, and it's there, and it's always there, and when you're gone, your work's still there in the book, and all you're trying out as well. Okay, so I cocked it up, who cares? If I hadn't have told you, nobody would have realised that I cocked it up. So I just wanted to come on and just show you all the bits and bobs that I've been doing and are doing, and which way I'm heading. And it'd be nice to hear in the comments, like I said to you before, about what you're doing and at the moment and everything. Are you drawing? Are you painting? Are you abstract painting? Are you doing, I'm doing Louise Fletcher's course as well. Cool. Oh, it's just amazing. You can just get lost in that world. It's lovely. And yeah, so anyway, I'll leave you with a little video just at the end of how I've just been putting together some of these drawings, and with a little bit of watercolour to them if you're interested. But I just wanted to come on and have a talk. So yeah, I hope you're all well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. So it's just started off. I did it, the drawing very lightly with a mechanical pencil. I love them. They're so soft, and it's got a nice little clean rubber on the end as well. So that was nice. So I went over it very nice, drew it very faintly, and then went over with my my pen, my fine liner pen. And then I'm thinking all the time of how I can change him and make him a little bit more mechanical. And yeah, so he got like a safety pin going through his face and all sorts of things. And then I started doing my shading. I do believe, don't quote me on this, but for the way that I work, I think that a good drawing for me to start off with makes it a good watercolour painting as well. I'm not a full expert on watercolours or anything like that, but a true watercolourist would work completely different to the way I do. So I'm a drawer, but I'm just adding a tiny bit of watercolour, so I'm having to do it this way. So yeah, just colouring in with my black pen, fine liner, and then just mixing some nice colours, and then just sitting there and enjoying it. And I've put down some water first, and then I've kind of run my watercolour into that and altered the colour as I've wanted to as I've gone along. And it's so relaxing, just because now I've just done this little bit of a drawing, and so I'm not having to think about it anymore. All I'm doing now is just colouring in, and it's just lovely and relaxing. And it's so nice as well, because I've already done the shading in where I've drawn. It's nice because it's these are like waterproof fine liners. They are the micro. I'm just having a look now for you. They are called Micron Graphic, and so they like permanent. So you can, once they dry, leave them for a few minutes to dry, and then you can paint over the top, and it makes them really, really nice because your shading's there now, and you can see which parts that you want to shade, and you can, for bringing in your colour. So I hope you like him. Lots of fun, and I hope that you liked the little concertina book, and have a go yourselves. Just such great fun. Yeah, really, really nice to do. I love the pale colours that I've brought in now. A nice colour scheme for me, and see what I can invent next. But you can do this so similar, in such a similar way. You can do it with nature, with flowers. You can do flower pressing. You can do all sorts of lovely things. So okay, I'll leave you to it. Have fun. Don't stress yourself out, just relax and enjoy your art. Look at this. And this was a nice little watercolour palette. Winsor & Newton, that one was. And okay then, bye for now. Bye.